Hi kindergarten friends, how are you? I'm here to share another fairy tale with you today. This one is a story about a little boy who has a bean, and he grows this magic bean into a big tall beanstalk that he climbs up the top. Do you know what the story is? This is called Jack and the Beanstalk. So let's read to find out what happens in this fairy tale. Jack and the Beanstalk. Deep in the countryside lived a widow and her son Jack. Their cottage was crumbling and their clothes were patched. They were very poor. One day, Jack's mother said, "We must sell our cow. Take her to the market, Jack, and I'll bring home some gold pieces." And so he set off to town. But before Jack had gotten very far, he met a strange little man. "That's a fine cow," the man said. "I'll swap you 5 magic beans for her." "Magic beans," said Jack. "Are they really magic?" "Magic they are, or chop off my beard and knit it into a sweater," croaked the little man. Magic beans! Jack couldn't wait to tell his mother. He clutched them tightly and ran all the way home. Jack's mother was furious. Furious is another word for mad. Can you see how mad she is? "We need money, not useless old beans," she cried, and she threw them out of the window with disgust. But late that night, a tiny bean sprout poked out from the ground. And then it grew and grew and grew. Do you see how tall it grew? The next morning, the beanstalk stretched high to the sky. "The beans were magic," Jack cried. "But what's at the top?" Jack climbed up the beanstalk. At last, he reached the very top. There, shimmering in the sunlight, was a magnificent castle. Just then, Jack's stomach rumbled. "I must find some breakfast," he thought. He tapped on the castle door. The door creaked open, and a huge giantess smiled down. "Hello, Jack. Hello," Jack shouted up. "Please, do you have any food?" "You poor thing," boomed the giantess. "Come right in, but quickly before the giant gets up." What a marvelous feast. There was an enormous loaf of bread and a gigantic jar of jelly. Jack dug in at once. But suddenly the room began to shake. Boom, boom, boom. "Oh my goodness," cried the giantess, "he's coming." And she shoved Jack under a teacup to hide. Do you see him hiding there under that teacup? Into the room stomped a big, scary, hungry giant. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman," he said. "Be alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Don't be silly, there's nobody but us," the giantess scolded. "Now, go and wash before breakfast." Jack trembled. "I must leave now," he thought. He was halfway down the hall when he heard a squawk. It was a hen with bright golden feathers. "Help," she clucked. "Set me free, and I'll lay you golden eggs every morning." Jack scooped up the hen, but then he heard huge footsteps thundering after them. Who do you think the footsteps are? It's that big giant again. And what does he say? If you remember what he says, say it with me. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," roared the giant. "I smell the blood of an Englishman." And there he is. Jack raced out of the door. He jumped and slid down the beanstalk, down, and all the way back to his cottage. "Mother, quick, bring the axe," he shouted. Jack's mother swung the axe at the beanstalk. Thwack! It shuddered and shook, and the giant came tumbling down. Fee, fi, fo, crash! And that was the end of the giant. Jack tugged his mother tight. Look what I found, he said. He showed her the golden hen. Oh, Jack, said his mother, I'm so glad you're safe, and you were right about those magic beans. So Jack, his mother, and the golden hen all lived happily ever after, and with lots of golden eggs, they were never poor again. Look at their house. They have a pool and a big old slide, and look at all those golden eggs around. And that's the end of our story. Okay, so Mrs. Smith is going to be planting some beans, and we're going to get to watch the beans grow. So if you have any beans to plant, I want you to plant it at home, and you can do that experiment at home as well. Thanks for joining me for our story today. Take care. Bye.